Welcome to the Marpo Fitness mag rack assembly instructions. Let's begin. Please remove all components from the box. Do not use a blade. It could scratch or damage the unit. Position all pieces close to the rack or beam you'll be attaching the mag rack unit to. Step 1. Use the foam blocks to help prop the single beam as you slide the beam through the carriage. Be sure that the Marpo logos are facing up and not down. Align the bottom single beam holes to the mechanism tower. Hand start with the four 3-inch bolts. Step 2. Now with two people, lift the top assembly and slide it over the bottom mechanism tower. Step 3. Hand start the four 1-inch hex head bolts to the top assembly, 2 on each side of the beam. Step 4. Now hand start the four 3-inch bolts to the top of the beam through the threaded holes. Step 5. Once all bolts are in, tighten the top and bottom assembly bolts to the single beam. Step 6. You can now remove the foam blocks from underneath the single beam. Step 7. Insert the stopper bolts with the bushing to the top and bottom hole of the single beam and tighten all the way. Step 8. Now slide the carriage to the top of the single beam. Step 9. Remove the center bolt through the pulley and remove the pulley. Take the top cable and loop it through the pulley, and insert the bolt back through and secure. Step 10. Remove the acorn nut from top bolt. Tighten inside cable bolt through the threaded hole on the top of the carriage. Tighten until cable is tensioned. Step 11. Then, repeat the same process for the outside cable bolt going through the lower threaded hole of the carriage. Once you feel the cables are tensioned, note it should fling back like a bungee, you may tighten the nuts against the carriage to secure the cables in place. Now you may insert the acorn nuts back into the bolts. Step 12. Cable should fling back when you pull on it. Step 13. After the cable is tensioned and all the nuts and bolts are tightened, you may now loosen the pincher bushing and release the outside cable. Tighten the pincher bushing back up and leave on unit for future service use. Remove all red tags from cables. Step 14. With two people, lift the unit onto its spine. Step 15. You may now tighten the four 1-inch hex bolts on the top assembly. Step 16. Slide the carriage to the middle to make it easier for the lead weight shield install. Step 17. Take one lead weight shield and line it up at the bottom and hand tightened with provided black screws and nuts. Take the other shield and do the same on top. Secure all 16 holes with screws and nuts. Step 18. Once all shield screws are secured, tighten the 2 bolts on the top lead shield bracket. Step 19. Slide carriage back to the top and make sure the resistance lever is at its highest setting so that the carriage does not slide down when lifting the unit. Step 20. Use the provided 2x4 wood piece to attach the front plate of the mag rack. Securely tighten with washer and nut. Step 21. With your build partner, slowly tilt the unit onto its side so that it is sitting on the edge of the 2x4 wood piece. Then lift the unit up together carefully. Position the unit near the beam or rack you are attaching the mag rack to. Note, if the leveling foot in the back is making contact with a beam or a rack that has a plate at the bottom, you may remove the leveling foot, but be sure to keep the front one on. Step 22. You have 2 options when it comes to mounting the mag rack to your beam or rack. Option 1. You can use the back plates at the top and bottom of the unit along with the provided mounting bracket bolts that are provided. Since the beam and rack sizes vary, you need to find which bolt length is best for your configuration. Attach using 2 3/8 by 16 size bolts with washers and nuts with a mounting bracket at the top. Then do the same for the bottom plate using 2 bolts. Be sure to tighten all the way and to check to see if the machine is sturdy and no play in the brackets after you've tightened the bolts. Step 23, Option 2. In case there is something impeding you from using Option 1, you may use the provided L brackets along with the mounting plate to secure your mag rack. Use the L brackets along with the 4 provided 3/8 by 16 by 3.5 inch bolts to secure to the top of the beam along with 1 back plate behind your rack or beam. Align the floating L brackets to the top 2 holes on the back beam. It is critical that you use the mounting points for the best stability on the unit. Once you have the top secured, use the bottom holes pointed out to you to do the same on the other set of brackets. It is easier to have your build partner holding the L brackets in place while you insert the bolts and secure them to the beam. Once the mag rack is secured to the beam, you may remove the 2x4. Congratulations! You have now completed your Marpo Fitness mag rack assembly.